moment that I do that, every time that I do this, if I'm able to simultaneously have this motion and have it be repetitive, and then just out of nowhere, bam, I lay stick to the dog. That's for a dog. That's gonna fuck them up because
they
they're
weren't expecting it.
they're not expecting
They're like
it,
the pattern
right?
was.
It's the pattern. So this is how you work within the pattern, but you bring your own kind of sauce to it. You bring your own style to it. So for me, I got it kind of timed to where it's like 1, 2, bam, 1, 2, bam. Mine's is time. You can have a whole different timing. You could be bam, bam. You can figure out whatever your time is gonna be. That's where you kind of put your own little kind of vibe to it. For me, I know that I can drive dogs and I can put a lot of pressure on dogs in those 2 steps because I'm putting so much emphasis on each step. Each step for me is an opportunity to get you off of this sleeve, right? So, I don't necessarily need to like be running or moving super fast because I make the most out of the very each rep. It gives me a chance. It gives me an opportunity. So, find yourself even if you're showing the dog and you're able to show the dog that amount of power, but also save yourself because now when you think about training, you have more than one dog. You think about power, you have more than one dog. That's like
conserve, yeah. You don't
serve
want to
yourself. Exactly. Right? So now I want you to try that. Try that movement. That same movement.
I'm swinging and then hit sprint.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. So get down a little bit. See how you kind of like up
With the
so more like a sit back, right? So like you're moving like this.
as if there isn't a dog on me.
When a dog
Really?
is on you, you're gonna dig down
Yeah.
because that dog is gonna be kind of sitting here. You don't want to have it so much to the side. You want to have your shoulders a little more open, kind of like here, right? Because like I said, anatomy of the dog is gonna have it to where the dog is dragging this way. You just don't want to have it necessarily like straight, unless because I find myself doing this, but I usually have a really wide base, so I'm able to necessarily put a
nestle
dog
a dog
down
there.
and then do the exact same thing, but that's after you kind of get a little bit more comfortable with actually having a dog on you. So you don't want it to be necessarily like straight in front, but you also don't want to be all the way
Like
here,
tucked in, you wanna
right?
be
You want to be like right here.
All right, so elbow kind of like on my hip, but driving back.
Exactly. So your elbows pointing in the direction and it's following your feet also. So like everything about my momentum and my energy is telling me and the dog that I'm going this way, this way, this way. Stop. So now spread your feet.
Yeah.
Just how they exactly. So in this stance, see how like you kind of like.
Yeah.
So find your balance,
Like really
right?
ground
Find yourself to exactly. This is the stance that you need to be in, right? This is where you should be. So point this foot a little bit more forward, and you can have this foot come up a little bit if you need it, because you also gotta realize you're smaller, right?
So yeah, doing
Motherfuckers
this.
are gonna have big ass dogs on you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to find how you can
To maintain
maximize
a-
your strength and also without compromising your physical. Exactly.